live. If you see this message, when you click on, I'm not live anymore. I say this because for years I would have people talking like, why isn't anybody talking to me? I'm in, but they were not in the live stream. 1, 2, 6, 5, 6. So hey y'all. So it has been years since I've done this. This is a decant session, which means that I am decanting fragrances that people have ordered. Haven't done this in forever. But I haven't been. So whenever I have this, when I used to do them, when I used to sell decants all the time, I used to do Sunday morning. Sunday morning was my decant day. And I would go live and we would chit chat and I would try to get through as many as possible in order to, you know, do the thing. So right now, I'm trying to remember who. I got to check one thing, and then so I will be decanting and talking about the things I'm decanting. So I have 6 orders today. Not a lot, just six orders. But what I found was interesting was the things that people chose, and I could tell we all kind of like y'all. I could tell y'all my people, because yeah. And I'm not surprised by the things that the people order because they're on y'all are in my live streams and my comments, so I kind of know your taste. So it was kind of cool. Hey, Christy. Jail love lies. And Black Mormons. Girl, I did not know there was a such thing as Black Mormons. I am here to say that I did not know that there was Black Mormons. I thought they was, I thought we was banned. I thought they said thank you, but no. I mean, because they've had a history of racism. So I just was confused. I didn't know, but apparently it's a thing. Who knew? I didn't. That is Judith. That's what I thought it was. So yeah. All right. Had to check something. Put a note here to myself so I don't mess up things. You're like, why'd you give me this? Okay. I might have to look it up too because I need to know how many of these people exist. All right. So the first thing I do, I pulled all the fragrances. They're sitting right here on a little table. Then I put baggies, and I put people's names on them so I can keep up with whose stuff I have and what thing. And the reason why I do that is because the way I decant is I try to decant all of the same house together. So, different folks be ordering different things, but it makes it easier when I'm doing it with the labels to like do all of the same house together. So I have to put their names on their bags so then I can say, okay, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. Did I do her already? No, I did not. Okay. So I didn't grab enough? I did not. I need another one. And one last person. What do I do with my bags now? See, this is what drives me insane. Is when you grab something and then you move it. Oh, there they are. Okay. And I got my things. Okay. Now I am ready to get started. Let's have a drink of water. Okay. Yes, the room does smell really good, Christy, when I'm done. But yes, it can be headache inducing. Got my water, so I'm hydrated. And if you don't have your water, go get yours. Don't play with your hydration. Don't be out here like Gene Hackman and his crazy wife. You have to get to the Gene Hackman section. That's the very end of the live stream, Christy. It went left. All right. So I'm gonna start with I locked the door. This scent don't keep them out. I locked my door. So I'm gonna start with the Attar collection because I have 4 that people have requested. So yep, I'm gonna start here. Now, one person is fancy and I love them for it. They did request the premium packaging, which are these. These gonna be real cute to carry in a purse. Yes. So they did that. And then I have my basic packaging. I had to be careful with these I found because they send in these boxes and I had a whole row of broken ones in this one. So I have to be kind of careful when I go in this one. I think I got all the broken ones out now. So we're good. Okay, you'll be back. See you later. Yeah, because I still got glass in here. So I'm gonna toss the glass out. Let me take all these out because I'm about to use all these up, and then I have another bag of them, another box. Yeah, I locked myself in. And I sent an announcement to the adults. I'm gonna be busy this morning, so don't try me. Because that's when they unlock the door and send kids down to me like, "Come see what Gigi doing." I'm minding my business. So I'm gonna start off with Fleur de Santal. Oh, I love this fragrance. It is truly floor of sandalwood. And you gotta love sandalwood and you gotta like that kind of woodiness of it because that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a woody floral. It's gonna give you that florals and that sandalwood. And the sandalwood, you smell it from the beginning. I absolutely love it. So as people come in, go ahead and talk, chit chat with me. I know it's early in the morning on Monday and people ain't got to go to work, so they sleeping in. But I had to get up early to do this, or this would not have gotten done. And I'd have been behind and I'd have been annoyed with myself. So that's why I was like, get up, get yourself together, and gather your things up and get to work. Because these are going out tomorrow morning. They'll be set, I'm going to drop them off in the mail. Because everything can go in the because they're going to be in big envelopes. They will be easy to do. So this is Fleur de Santal. Let's put their thing on. And I really, really do love this bronzy color. I love the fact that they're starting to like do different things with these bottles because I love the style of the bottle, but having different vibes to the bottle is even better. Ouch. Why is it doing that? Hold on. What did I just do? What did I just do? I don't know what I just did. Okay, that's what I did. Do I have to have a favorite sandalwood? Yes. My Loewe Attar Cedar that Mark gave me. Matter of fact, I want to get a backup bottle because I'm starting to run low. And those are certain those type of things you kind of want to get backup bottles for, because they'll be gone. All of a sudden, they will be gone. And it's like then all of a sudden you can't find them. Like you'll see them they'll be sitting around for a year. You'll see them on, and then all of a sudden you'll say, okay, I want to get it. And then all of a sudden, no, you're not getting it, sis. No, it's too bad. You should have got it when you could. And it's like, no. So I did say that I am going to try to buy. I bet you I'm gonna have to. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make this label, and I'm going. I'm gonna have to. I hate to. I like to have my labels at a certain section because I don't want to use up too much of the label stuff. And when I have to do, oh, okay, it worked. I must have it on something wrong. Okay, so So anyway, what has everybody been doing this weekend? Let me tell you something. My Sunday was shot to hell. They might be, but you can order a decant for me of them. I'm about to put all my Loeves on my decant list. So look for June when the decant sale starts up again. You can get your decants. Sis got to make some deals. Yeah, because I don't have everything on there, but like I said, there are special requests. So like if you don't see something and I have it, I have it like on my phone. Listen, I am so good now. The form thing has changed my life, honey. It's making it so better for me to track everything and keep up with things. So what I did was I created a Google form that's in on the thing, and then you just submit the form with all the information, and it is streamlining this process for me. I like, whoa. And you know where I got this from Genre Parfums, because they crazy with theirs. But I will say this, the way I'm doing it is, when it opens, and then you can get what you can tell me what you want, and then it helps me to see everybody who's ordering. Then I can check off if they've paid, because you can put in an order and you only pay shit. So that way I keep up with the orders. I can say, okay, these orders are out. um I'm good, these are good. So that's what I've been doing now, and it's worked out really well. Next up is musk cashmere. I need to do my musk era video talking about all my musk. I did like a lot, but I think I missed some musk, and I got because I did not know how much I was gonna love musk, but I love musk now. Musk, the good white musk is giving you that clean, just effortless. I don't work hard. So what happened to my Sunday? So what happened to my Sunday was my cousin, one of my cousins, she has adopted two kids. And they're right around the same age they're actually the same age as Bakari and Brooklyn. Their birthdays are a little bit later than theirs, but they're basically, because Naima just turned 3, Austin will be turning 5. So they're all in the same age range. So they're little cousins, right? So anyway, she had a birthday party for Naima, and it was from 11 to 1 out in the suburbs. That was fine because it worked out really well. It was like at this place called Zara's Playland. And what it is a little playland for little kids. It's not meant for bigger kids. And it's really small. It's kind of contained, but it has like a little jump area, a little slide with. So it's really, really cute. I hope they're able to keep the place open, because it just don't, I don't think they've done the amount of advertising because it's a great place to take your kid. So they played and played and played, and it was awesome because they played, they ate a little bit, they ran around, and by the time it was time to go, we didn't even have any problems with them. It wasn't like, no, I want to stay. They was tired. They was like, let's go. They got their little treat bag and they was like, can we go now? Yes, we are going home. But they stayed up. And guess who they stayed up under? I don't even have to even say anything. Y'all know who they stayed up under. Brooke didn't finally go to sleep till 8 o'clock because I was supposed to be like, I was going to chill for a little bit and go out and dig up these damn daylilies. Well, it was a great party because all I had to do was sit there. But then what happened was afterwards, they sit with me. They don't want to leave me. And so, and I wouldn't, and I can't, I'd have to sneak outside because if they see me go in the backyard, they take that as a signal as, oh, we're going out to play. No, 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 no. So I sat up with them. Bakari fell asleep around. I thought they was going to be good by the time we got home, Christy. I thought they was going to be nice and tired. And then they would be good. And we would be like, okay. But that did not happen. They sat around, they played, they watched their iPads, and never went to sleep. You know, like Bakari, like I said, Bakari he knocked out right before 6 o'clock. If she had went right then, I was gonna be cool because then I was gonna sit there for a few minutes, go out and do my work. So I did not get anything done that I was trying to do yesterday. So I'm trying to get, but it's okay because I'm giving myself this week because this is the end of May. I've got some projects in the yard I got to really get in. Like today, I've got to go out there. I got to finish digging out those daylilies. And then I need to plant my potatoes. I still ain't planting my potatoes. So I'm going to get those done today. So the potatoes are going to go in today. Which bulbs are they? What bulbs are they? Let me take this off of hers, this off of hers. Okay, next up. Who's getting these? Okay, so I got Sierra. Next up is this beauty that I just got, Sierra. Oh my goodness, y'all. Daffodils, tulips, and hyacinths. Okay. I would plant them now to give them, you could either, okay, here's what you can do. You can plant them now and let them brown out in your yard, or you would need to plant them in the fall. For those, you need to plant them in the fall so they come out early spring. So you could probably like just put them in your garage for now and then decide on where you want them and put them in the fall. Sierra. Y'all, this is so pretty. First off, I love this bottle. Look at that right there. They are, and this little cloud-like vibe to it. It's so airy and so pretty. Oh my goodness. Yeah, bulbs like that you want to plant in the fall. There's this guy, speaking of gardens, this guy, he has the most beautiful little garden. He doesn't have a huge amount of space, but his garden is so beautiful. It's just, and I mean, he lived there for years, so but it is such a pretty garden. I mean, like he's got this walkway into his garden because he's got a little side area. And it's all, because the way he lives in a brownstone, but he's on the end and it's like nothing next to him. And so he has like a side, to get there, he has a side little area. And he's got that full of like lilacs and hydrangeas. It's so beautiful. His lighting is incredible. I'm not even going to say what is very obvious. And I hate to say this, but he's gay. And he's an art. He does arts. He's an artist though, for real. I'm just fucking around. He's an artist, but he isn't, I mean, because You know what? It reminds me of when I went over there the first time, and then he's got a little seating area, and I need to put up a. If I stay here, I'm going to put up a structure like he has over his seating area because I do need to do that. We do need to do that. Eventually, we've been looking into it. Like probably next summer, we'll put the structure over the seating area. His is so established. He really don't have to do a lot. I mean, because here's the thing you have to remember, and this is what I was telling somebody because I'm helping a lady that I work with her garden. I said the thing that you have to remember with your garden is that it is growing and changing. So you don't have to get everything done in a year. You can do like sections because like this lady, she has um a front and hers is like the front and the back, but it's a lot of space, and I'm like, we can't fill this all up. Both we can't do all this. You can't do this all this year, but you can do sections of it, and then it'll because I say because you're not moving, so then you do things like so. If you create spaces and work on that space for that season, get that one together, it will do its own thing because we are conditioned to believe that annuals are just annuals, and annuals are perennials too. The reason why you can have annuals that when they say they're annuals come back, let them seed at the end of the season, and then they're gonna seed out, and then you're gonna have, oh wow, I got new flowers. So it's all about doing things like that, and that's what I even do with myself. Even though I'm doing a lot this year, some of it I had to dial back and say, okay, you probably not gonna get this done, but I can set up for next year. Like there's a little section. Let me just write this down. There's a little section right by my fence line that I think I'm going to uh, that I'm going to create this like sunflower area because sunflowers don't do well with other plants, with other flowers. They kind of need to be by themselves. So I'm going to do like this, just this little strip of area that I'm going to have sunflowers in. Now, I bought the seeds this year and I was like, yes, I'm going to do it. And I just said to myself, you're probably not going to get to it this year. So right now, all I want is, what I'm doing now is working off the things I have and then saying, okay, what can I get done? And I've created this little staging area. I'm going to show it to everybody. I have this what I call my staging area, and I've got plants over there that I haven't figured out where they're going, but they're going someplace. So I have that going on, and I'm looking at how many pots I have and how can I move things around and make it not cluttered and still be cute and make sense. So it's a process. You can't go, oh my goodness, I've got to get it all done. And I think that's the mentality we're getting into, like, oh, it has to all be done now. No, it really don't. It really don't. You can have the time to do things. Oh, here we go. Queen of Sheba. The Queen of Sheba is basically, I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth. This is basically a dupe of Love Don't Be Shy. Right. Yeah, you got to go pluck them out. Because you know what I can't stand is them whirly-giggy things. I don't know what, I never know what plant that is. It's a tree. But I'm talking about them damn whirly-gig seeds that come all over in the spring. Right now, I'm plucking them out because I'm like, y'all will not invade. I have like certain projects I have going on, like kill the ivy. I got to kill this plant that's been crawling up our back of our house. That's on the kill list. And I have to kill Morning Glory. Them damn whirligigs drive me insane. They get all over. And then I have to kill the Morning Glory. Because in between the fence lines, between their fence line and I didn't let I wanted to have the old fence left so I could like put things on it and everything. Well, it's full of morning glories and other crap. So I have to kill all that area out. And at first I was like conflicted about using weed killer. But then I had to say to myself, nothing is being grown because it's a little section between the two fences that I can't grow anything behind there. They ain't growing anything behind there. And all it is a nuisance to me because that's where their privacy fence is, but I have a chain link fence over there, and I didn't have it taken down because I like the chain link there for, putting stuff on and doing things on for me. So yeah, I have to. So this is the year of killing the morning glory, because last year them damn things was all over the place. I was snatching morning glory off of everything, everywhere, all the time, and I'm not doing it this year. So I got to go out and start spraying this weed killer. And I feel bad because I don't like to use weed killer, but I'm killing them. I'm killing them. I'm not trying to grow nothing back there. It's like, and when you're in these gardening groups, don't use this, don't do this, they're beneficial. And that's true. I try to be very gentle with what I'm doing. I try to use, natural ways to kill things, like to kill the what are them things I can't stand? Them damn earwigs. I do the natural way to kill the earwigs. I'm a big believer in diatomaceous earth. Baby, that kill everything. I use neem oil. I use all those things that you're supposed to use. But sometimes you just got to go in hard. And I'm going in hard on them babies. Okay, so her Queen of Sheba is in. Her Sierra is in. All right, next up, let's hit the JPGs we're doing. So the first one we're going to do is La Belle Flower Edition. La Belle Flower Edition. Y'all. First off, they got in for this one. I love it. Listen, I love the labels strictly for the bottles too. Okay, so here's the thing to do with the orchid. Orchids don't need a lot. Don't water it too much. You probably watering too much. Orchids have to go dry. You have to let it go dry. And remember, an orchid is going to only flower then, and then you got to let the flowers die off and then just keep the green going, because it's not going to flower for a long time. It's going to be another 6 months before you see a flower on that thing. And there's a lady on YouTube called Orchid Girl. If you ever want to know anything about orchids, she is the one to go to. She has a huge following. And I mean, I think she's doing other stuff now, but like when I found her was when I was trying to get into orchids. I don't have, because I know like basic stuff that you're supposed to do for orchids, like things like, which I had to learn over the years, like orchids have to be pot bound. So you don't want to, transplant them too often. You have to use orchid medium or they're going to die. So you can't use regular potting soil. You have to use the woody stuff and really like watch somebody show you how to repot an orchid when it's time. Never try that on your own, because that's how I killed my first one. I was like, oh, I wasn't supposed to do this, huh? But hold on, trying to get there. So yeah, so it's like you want to and you have to have, I mean, orchids, that's why you see people who do orchids, they're very fussy, because you have to have a certain humidity, they need this, they need that. You got to have certain fertilizer for them, because I was trying to grow orchids for a minute and I actually was doing okay, but I just don't have the bandwidth for it. I just don't. I don't. I have to be honest with myself. And when I say that, I mean that I'm not the type who's going to sit there and all, like, they're so fussy. They are because everybody sees orchids. Two people gave me orchids this year. I got 2 orchids upstairs. I got one here and I got a big one upstairs. I got to remember to water the damn thing. And so because when people hear that you like plants and they see this and they're like, oh, I want to give them flowers, but I'm gonna give them an orchid because it lasts. You know what I'm saying? That's how people think. No, don't give me that. Don't give me that. So you wind up with this orchid and then it's like a stick. And then you got to remember it because it's kind of, it's not doing a lot. Ain't a lot going on for a long time. Because I've actually gotten an orchid to flower again. And honestly, if you have the best place to keep an orchid in your house, honestly, is in your bathroom. Because it's going to have the humidity levels are a little bit higher in there. Now it's not always consistent, but it's usually decently humid in there. But then you'd have to have a plant light for them. So like if you could put it under an overhead light and put a plant bulb in it, it'll be fine. It'll do great. Maybe I should do that with mine. I should move the plants I got in my bathroom out and put the orchids in there. Until they're ready to flower. And I remembered them. I have just had an epiphany. I had an epiphany. We tried this. Because I have 2 plants in my bathroom, 2 baby plants. But we gonna have to put that in there. Oh my goodness. Have come up with it, honey. All right, next up is a ooh. Next up is Scandal Absolute. Scandal Absolute. Now let me tell you something. These TikTok people are funny. Did I grab essence number 2? I did not. Okay, I gotta grab it. The TikTok people are funny. This is why I say that. Because right? Somebody told me I should use my old channel. Anisha told me I should use my old channel for my gardening. I might. But then I that means I got a video and shit. I'm terrible at that. I am terrible at that. Because when I'm in the middle of doing some shit, I ain't got time to be trying to set up. I'm just terrible. So I'm going to try, y'all. I'm going to try. Because I got to put some stuff together for the yard and we're going to see. Let's see what happens. I'm going to try. Change it to LuuLuu's garden. We'll try. I'm going to put out the good try, y'all. Okay, so this is Scandal Absolute. Y'all sleeping on this one. This is tuberose fig. This smells so good. You know what? That would be something he could do too. He getting old enough with his he watches shows and he mimics them. And he says things. We're like, what are you talking about, Kari? But we answer. He was like, I'm a superhero. So he's like, what kind of superhero are you? I don't know. I said, well, can you fly? Yes, I can fly. They still at that cute age. Not at that I can't stand you age. And that's how they get me. And Blake likes to say hi Gigi to me over and over. Hi Gigi. Hi Gigi. When she see me, I'm like, see, this is how I get sucked in. Did I do this one? Yeah, I did. Okay. I'm like, the hell am I doing? Okay, that's how you get sucked in with these grandkids. They know how to suck you in. Right. So this is Scandal Absolute. This is so interesting because people really love this. Now, and see, this is one of those things that made me go, I have to do I'm doing my great perfume spray, perfume empty experiment. I'm starting at June 1st. I got the bottle ready because I saw this woman talking about, I love this so much. I have used up, I'm on my second bottle, I'm finishing up my second bottle. I be like, the shit just don't be making sense to me. The shit just don't be making sense to me. And that's all I got. And I'm saying that to say, because y'all know why I'm saying this, is because if you have a lot of fragrances, and don't get me wrong, I've made some dents because this is 5 meals that I'm taking off, but the rest of it, it's kind of ambery. It's very sexy. It's so good. The tuberose and fig is doing something though. I love it. Alexis. Hi, Alexis. You came in to see was I taking care of your stuff, honey. Your stuff is coming out right now. And then who else did I just do? I love Ellen Howard. Okay. I finished a bottle, I think, and I don't even think it's all the way finished. I think I finished a bottle this year, and that's because my students was using it, because they get high, and I'd be like, y'all need to put this on because you stink. That's how that's how that works. I'd be like, you need to put this on because you stink. I do. I tell them in a minute, you stink. Okay, so we're doing Hubagans now. Hubagans, the Oranges in Fleur. This is a classic orange blossom. They come in, they get high on their way to school. I be like, y'all could do this after school, You don't have to come into school high. And then they want to go in the bathroom and vape. I'm like, y'all know y'all giving off crackhead vibes, right? Because y'all can't survive. You can't do the day without it. Come on now. If you love orange, Christy, I need to get in touch with you too. Girl, I'm about to buy some Mimosa Absolute. I found it. But did I tell you this is the weirdest? I've been meaning to say this to you, Christy. First off, I misplaced those strips you sent me a while ago. They were missing for about a month, right? I love Hubagans. Hubagan is a very underrated house. Beautiful fragrances. Kelka Flor is a classic. So first off, I didn't have them for a long time. Then I found them and I put them in my purse because I was walking out the door and I was like, oh, I found them. My purse for so long smelled so good. And I never really smelled them the way I should have. Yeah, they did. So I'm saying this to say, if you have them again, if you feel, I will pay you to get those again. So I'll do a video with them. Because that was my plan. And then I let them sit in my purse and now they finally don't. So send me a message. How much do I owe? I'll send you some money. Because I'm a goofy. Hey, Miss V, how are you? How are you? I've been meaning to say that to you because I'm a goof. I'm a goof. But you know what, Chrissy, hit me up. I'm gonna send you my actual address because hi, Bashan, because you can just send them to me to my house. I trust you. You ain't gonna stalk me or nothing. Do y'all know I had a crazy person when I first started my channel on my old channel? I had this crazy woman, baby. We got into it. She like lost it about me. It taught me many things. I was like, "Ooh, I can't get too close to folks," because she was nice and everything, and I would talk to her. And she had these little wild ass stories. Baby, I said something to her, and she lost it, and she was like sending messages to people. I know you too tired to stalk anybody. Okay. Okay. Label. Okay, let's go 1.4. See, can we do that? Print. There we go. Yeah, it was like, baby, she got mad at me. It was worse than when the ones who got mad at me who was my actual friends on here. Then I had the group that like, said they hated me once I got well, they got mad at me because I got into fur. Oh my goodness. Speaking of things, at least you only got 3 days, Miss V. I got 2 weeks. So I'm happy for you for them 3 days, Miss V. I have this week and next week. Now, the only thing that saves me is because right now I'm still in the high school and I teach 12th graders. So I only technically have one class a day at the very end of the day. So it's actually okay. But next week I'm going to be trying to hide out. Petals de Magnolia. And of course, you know what? This is what we were talking about. When you get toward the end of the year, and Miss V will vouch for me on this. I don't know how much it happens in the elementary school, but when we get to the end of the year in high school, we have this. We always have our weekly meeting. Make sure you're staying focused and teaching from bell to bell and being intentional because this is the time we have to keep them going because it's the end of the year and I know we're tired, but it's very important that we keep teaching them. Hey, Bashan. Translation. Don't we be just throwing on the video? But next. But our finals are the 3rd and the 4th, and then we have the 5th and the 6th. That we still in school. Like this week, I have to finish my IEP report cards, get all those done. I'm finishing up my seniors probably tomorrow. Then I'm gonna do my juniors, get them up. And I got to do an IEP report card before the end of this month, before the end of the quarter's over. It's like, what? So I'll turn it in. I mean, I only have see, entertaining to me is we're gonna sit here and watch this video and watch what's gonna happen. My 8th period, I'm gonna give them their final early. We're gonna do the final on the 3rd. So the first, oh wait a minute, the 3rd and the 4th is like the beginning of the week, right? He told us somebody we gotta do it on the 3rd and 4th. Then we got the 5th and the 6th. Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday. So Monday, so I'm gonna start reviewing them. We're gonna finish up functions. And then I'm gonna give them a test on it. And we're gonna call it a day. And I'm gonna do my final on it, and then we're good to go. And then last 3 days, we watching a movie. I'm gonna bring some snacks. I gotta figure, and I gotta see how it was gonna work. So on those days, so how much time am I actually gonna see my 7th and 8th, my 8th period? Because then I do want to bring some snacks and everything so we could chill. So we're gonna have some snacks. We're gonna hang out. So I gotta find that out because I gotta pick up my snacks this week. Yeah, this weekend I'm gonna pick up snacks for the kid for my classroom. Man, it ain't gonna be a math final. It's gonna be a test on what we doing. I'm not even doing the math. I'm just basically it's gonna be their test on functions because we're working on functions. And honestly, I wish I could really work on their retention because they don't remember shit. So what I'm trying to get them to do is remember how to do a damn equation. I'm drumming equations in their head so they know how to do a basic algebraic equation because I'm tired of these kids not knowing how to do a damn. Every year you got to reteach this shit. Okay. And then my son-in-law, because I'm grilling today. See, I'm doing a lot. I'm trying to go to Aldi's, pick up some steaks and some salmon. I want steaks and salmon. I gotta go out here and cut out yeah, yes, algebra you need in your life. If you don't know nothing from high school, remember algebra. Because algebra is the basics for all math, and it really is how you do math. Even though people think they don't use it, they absolutely use math. You use algebra all the time. And financial math. And so they are trying to make it is supposed to be a mandate, but they're talking about financial literacy, but they really need to focus a lot on financial math. Understanding your paycheck, how to read your paycheck, what is time and a half, and how does that work? Because these babies, you say time, listen, a employer could cheat every kid out here. This generation, oh, they gonna get cheated on these hourly jobs. If the job accidentally cheats them, they ain't gonna know. They ain't gonna know a damn thing. Because they honestly don't understand time and a half and how it works. And you keep trying to tell them, they be like, huh? I'm like, listen. Okay, next up, we're gonna do a little Zerjoff. Zerjoff. Say that 3 times fast. Zerjoff. I got some Zerjoffs that people want. First up is Apollonia. Oh yeah, please. Most people don't know. Most people do not know their financial math, and then wonder why. Um, and don't understand that sometimes they check it short because they have this belief that the computers is honest. Because I've been saying this, I'm like, everybody talking about, oh, AI, chat G. Let's just be honest. AI isn't what we think it is. It's not like the TV version of AI, the movie version. AI right now is just a faster processing speed and able to pull information off the internet faster. Hey, Anisha, that's all it is. I did not like Golden Dollar. I remember smelling that. I didn't like that much. Okay, so Apollonia, we know everybody loves this. It's a gorgeous musk. It's a gorgeous musk. And this is one of my premium ones. So she's getting the premium vibe. So somebody on TikTok sent me a message because they asked me for the decant list, right? I'm like, y'all don't know nothing about nothing. So they looked at the price. They said, is this for 10 mils? 10 mls? I said, no, no, absolutely not. No. I'm like, oh, you think you about to get over? Because you know some of this stuff. You see a Zerjoff decant for $15. And you think you're gonna get a 10 mil for that. Girl, bye. You doing good at the price I'm paying. I'm charging for the 5 mils. I was like, no, no, no. Exactly. And I know they was looking like, oh, I'm gonna get, because you know I got the amouages on there. They really thought they was about to get 10 mils for that price point. No. You think you're gonna get 10 mils of guidance 46 for $35. No. It's like, of course they didn't answer. They didn't put an order in. They was like, "Ooh, I'm about to order everything." I know they was about to order everything. They was like, "Look, they was gonna try to buy." Look, at that price point, they was about to buy like three guidance 46s. Oh, I'm about to get so much of this for nothing. Yeah. Just hurt their little heart. And I was like, no, ma'am. No, that's not what you're getting, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No. No, no, no. No, they was hoping I couldn't do math. No, it's not that she couldn't do them. I'm sure that person could do math. They was when I was stupid. She thought she was on the come up. That's what it was. She thought she was on the come up. Because at that price, you could buy me out and still wind up paying less for guidance 46 than retail. Okay. Right. Okay, so let me tell y'all something that I saw going on that was quite interesting. So I don't know if you all follow Travalia Wallace. She's a TikToker. Right, right. They was hoping my math. Right, they was hoping my problems was gonna be with math. Ooh, this girl's so stupid. I got all this for her for this much. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. So, so Travalia Wallace, um, is a TikToker, a fragrance TikToker, very big, very big. All right. So she worked at Nordstrom's and part of you went to her decant party last year, Lexus. So okay, so for the people who don't know, she worked at Nordstrom's and everything. Hey, I heard her wife's still together. Cause I'm getting the impression her and her wife ain't together anymore. Cause I ain't seen her nothing lately. Now she's posting up stuff with a friend. I'm just in her business. Okay. I'm just in her business. Okay. Next up is Overture. Now everybody says this is for this time of year. I'm gonna have to put this on because everybody be like, "Oh, I'm wearing Overture now." I think of this as a fall fragrance. It's kind of spicy on me. Yeah. See, I don't know what it is. Okay. So anyway, let me get back to my story because I'm just off on another tangent. So anyway, she worked at Nordstrom's um and sold fragrances, and of course she got a lot of people to come to do that. Last year she started doing these fragrance parties, which is basically you pay in, you go to it. She has samples, she has all these fragrances out, and you can do 2 ml samples. She gives you the little things, you can do your 2 ml samples of it up to I forget how many she gave, and then she gave also a bunch of stuff too you got for coming in. So not only did you get to choose some, she had samples, right? That she gave you. So I went and I supported. I can't remember how much it was. I think it was $100 for the event. I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go because I had went to one of her things at Nordstrom's. Real cute thing, right? Oh my goodness, do y'all hear? My grandkids is up and moving. So then, so apparently she quit her job at Nordstrom's and decided to go out on her own and do things. I locked the door. They can't come down here. So she decided to go to She left Nordstrom's and decided to do her own thing. Okay, so it was $100, right? So she decides to do her go her own way, do her own thing. I guess people were like, "Oh my God, that's such a good idea. You should do it here." And I guess the conflict of time and everything. So anyway, she goes to do that, quits her job, and she's doing other things, whatever, whatever. She did post up recently. I don't. I think. Well, I think she went. I don't know what. I don't know who she working for. But she says she's failing because apparently part of this whole thing was she was going to be doing her parties all over. I think she does work with them, but I don't think she works for them like she does. Like I think she's doing consulting kind of thing. I guess I don't know. Don't give me the line, but she put up a post saying she's failing. I should try to find it. She might have took it down because people are like, huh? Because she's um put out these her parties, and she's not getting enough people to go to the party, to pay for their tickets. So it's like she's gotten, and she bumped it up to $150, and now she's not getting as many people. No, like she had one set up for LA. I don't think anybody hardly. I think she said she had one person that had paid for, and she was saying, all these, people were saying they wanted me to do this, but now I'm kind of failing at this. And so it was like basically one of them I'm in my feelings kind of vibes. And that's what people were saying. And she's like, I'm bringing all this stuff, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And I get it because, of course, we know her overhead is higher now because she don't work for Nordstrom's. Because I'm sure Nordstrom's was letting her have the people because she was bringing in a lot of clientele. So, of course, and she go to different cities, they're going to shop. So, I'm sure, because she did come with the stuff now. I mean, she had like it was a great day to get some stuff because she had almost every Dior private line. She had quite a lot of, she brought the stuff. Right. And I think she was calling herself going to places that she hadn't been. But the thing is that, and that's what somebody said. They were like, um, where's Anna? Hey, Quartz, Alexis, Barb, April, Judith, Anna. Okay. What to say? Okay. So she's like, my business is failing because I guess this was her whole thing was that this was going to be her business, going around and doing this thing. So that's not working out. All right. Next up, and I just got this little bottle yesterday. It just came in the mail. This is one of the few things I bought this month. Quattro Pizzi by Zerjov. Right, more cost to travel. I'm sure her overhead is costing her more because now she's got to provide a lot of more of this stuff herself. So I get it. But like somebody said, if you want to price it up to $150, you're gonna have to give more than just this part of it. Right? Yeah. Yeah. I felt like it was worth it. The only thing that was bad was here in Chicago, the venue she used did not have air conditioning. It was summertime. We was in there baking like chickens. That was my main issue with it. I'm like, what the fuck? So you trying to stand by the big fan and shit. I'm like, what the hell? Yes, it's so pretty. It's a coconutty sweet tuberose. It's really pretty. Um, but yeah, I'm like, but like somebody said, at that price point, you doing something like this, and if you want to sustain it, you need to add something more to it. Like real talk, like try to get perfumers. Okay. So I guess you're gonna be ordering this next time, Alexis, huh? I guess you're gonna be ordering this the next time. Then in June. Get your coins together for your June stuff. Yes, it was terrible. It was terrible. And I honestly didn't even fill up all of mine. I was tired. I was over it. Um, right. And then she didn't have, okay, here's the thing. I know this at the one in Chicago, there was no food. There wasn't anything. Um, there was like, honestly, the way she should have done it, here's what I would have done, right? I would have had it at the thing where if you wanted to get more, that you could buy another pack of samples. Because people would have done that. She could have done another 10 pack of samples for like $40 or $50. People would have done it. And she'd have made more money. And she should have had right, right. And if she and that's the thing, she needs to keep it at $100 because 150, there's a mentality when it comes to paying for something. And it's like people give up 100, but then when you hit $150, it's just like, I'm just going in here and I'm getting samples. And that's what people are saying. That's all she's giving us. That's why I said at 150, if that's what she wants to do. Because here's the thing, perfumers will come out. Perfumers will come out, especially indie ones. You should, if she should, but see, she's so into the big niches because that's what she worked at Nordstrom. What she needs to do is get with these smaller perfumers and get with them to do like a road show with her. Some of them show up here, they talk about things. She needs to, if you want to spend if you want people to spend $150, uh of course she ain't watching me. If you want people to spend $150, you got to beef it up in a way that makes sense to them paying $150. That's just the reality of it. Because people are going to be like, $150? So what she needs to do is like, and she could put value added things that don't cost her anything. Right. Mm-hmm. You know, give them a little more and then have something else there besides her. Because yes, she's a draw, but and she's a really nice person. I'm not even gonna say she ain't, but I don't think her and her wife are together. I think they broke up. She ain't saying it, but I'm pretty sure they broke up. Because I have not seen her wife, because her wife used to be in all her TikToks and stuff. I ain't seen her in months. And now it's his best friend with her all the time. And I could see it because I kind of stayed back and I could see her wife was irritated. It was looking like so and she was trying to go to places like, you know, Texas and all this. So she's in New York, right? Which costs more to travel there because now, like, she came to Chicago in her car. They had all that stuff in their car and they drove here. I could tell, right? Right. See you, Christy. Right. Her wife did a lot, so that's why I was like, mm, 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 mm. Easy stuff. Okay. All right. So those are done. All right. Let's do the Nishanes I got to do. I only have two of these right here. First up, Annie, whatever. I just call her Annie. So see you, Christy. Talk to you later. But yeah, it just was this whole thing where it was very, hey, Mary, see, that's the other thing. And so that's why I said the sample party needs to be more. It has to be a sample party with maybe some, because people like to meet people, you know, They want to meet folks and like, and then and another thing, since she's hooked up with mind games and them, she needs to get them to sponsor her and every one of her things a free bottle someplace to give away. She needs them to sponsor them free bottles. She needs them to sponsor them free bottles. Because my question was, can't you just change to working part time at Nordstrom's as opposed to full time and then doing this? Because that, but that's not. I guess not. But right, people love giveaways. People love giveaways, and even if it's not a full bottle, if she had a giveaway at everyone, and I think she did have a giveaway at mine. She did have giveaways because I remember she gave away some bottles there, but of course she had more access. So she needs to work with getting her access together. But it was like, let me see if I can find it. Let's be a little messy today. Let me see if she still got it up. Because she might have took it down because people was like kind of giving her the.
I got accepted into the Creative Pilot Program in 5 days, and you can do the same.
So let me look her up. Let me see if I see this one. So we can watch it. First off, here it is. So I'm gonna let y'all hear it. Why she gotta have music on? This gonna demonetize my ass. Okay, so I gotta stop that so it's not going all the way through. Because that's the way you have to do it. I found. If you don't want to get demonetized, that's what you have to do.
I am failing. I am failing at everything that I set off to accomplish when I crazy enough decided to become a full-time entrepreneur in March. And how do you ask for help?
See, here's my thing with that too. How do I want to say this? Speed it up. Okay, let's see how. I don't know how to do that, but we're gonna figure this out right now. How do you speed it up on TikTok? I don't know how to do that.
See, I decided to bring fragrance to communities around the country. Why? Because you guys are finding it difficult to access samples or fragrance brands that are only in niche stores and small boutiques and Black-owned brands.
This is Claire de Lune by Debussy. I won't get it. This is fine. There's nothing for this one.
And I said, let me just do this social party where you can come and decant so you're very sure of your purchase, especially when you're talking about $300, $400, $500. And last year it was successful. During the weekends it was successful.
But once again, it was $100.
I don't know what happened this year. Okay, I maybe know what happened. And it's something that's affecting a lot of small businesses. And everything happens so fast. People losing their jobs, tariffs, and it's been a disaster. And that's how I know things like that affects all of us. But I thought the fragrance community might be one of the industries that won't be impacted as much. No matter what, so many of you believed in me. So many of you said, Troy, you can do this on your own. You don't have to work for a store, a company. You are knowledgeable enough. You have enough.
What do y'all think so far? Okay, I'm taking off. Let's keep going.
personality that you can do your own thing. And finally, I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And all hell broke loose at the same time. But I started to believe in me. I started to believe in me, and I said, I'm going to do it anyways, and I'm going to do my Spread Loud and Proud parties. And I started with virtual parties. They were successful. And finally, this weekend that just passed, I had my first in-person parties of the year here in Texas. OMG. Let me thank everybody who bought a ticket and came, because you still all deserve the experience. And it was... there were tickets sold, okay? But I drove here with an old friend of mine, 24 hours to get here, and I got here with only 20.
See, it's always his friend now.
People that bought tickets, and I gained 10 more tickets by the time the event happened. And I knew that money-wise, I will just be flat, right? But now my Houston party is tomorrow, and literally I have 18 tickets, so I'm still going to do it. But these other parties I have coming up, LA, Nashville, Maryland, I may have to cancel all of those, because 8 tickets have sold with LA. 8 tickets.
Whoa. First off, LA got places like the Scent Bar and stuff like that. I would never have gone to LA. I would never do that in LA. Mm-mm. I would have... Right. See, that's what I was about to say. She needs to be in mid-level areas with limited access. Going to LA, why are you going to LA to do this? LA got all kind of places and all kind of money out there. Why would you go to LA to do it? Right. Texas, you going to Dallas? They going straight to the Western Aid. Houston, they got the Galleria. You're not bringing them something that they can't get their hands on. And maybe they can't, and if they are, so why, you know what I'm saying? Like, she only did good in Chicago because Chicago is new to, getting into fragrances. Because like the House of Dubai, this little joint out here, they getting over on people. And I'm like, you crazy. I'm not coming, because I don't pay full retail. But and so they're willing to support because they want, but she didn't have a lot of people here in Chicago either. And it really wasn't a lot of people at her Chicago one. But she had a small space, and it looked, because it really wasn't that crowded. But like going to Maryland, why are you going to Maryland? Maryland is really big. They really into their fragrances. That whole little area, ain't no point in going there. Now I'm surprised Nashville. I could see her going to Nashville possibly. But here's what she should be looking at. Hey, April, this is what she should have done. She should have tried to set up one for Memphis in May. Found a date, someplace in Memphis, found a venue during May to do Memphis in May, because she'd have made some money out there. Because that'd have been something for people to do, because people go to Memphis in May. Because she would have got people who were coming from all over. So and I would not be trying to travel that far to do this kind of thing. To begin with, she should be focusing in her area to tighten up her things, her, what's it called? Her experience, right? She should be like really, because yes, here's the thing that happens when you do stuff like that. People love it in the beginning, and you're going to get those early people who are going to do it. In order to sustain something like that, you got to get the other people after that, because after I'm gone one time, I'm not gonna go again, right? What's the point of me going again? I went one time. Now, honestly, at $100, I might go again if she, but she needs to increase a few things, and she needs to give something more, because my whole issue is when you do things like this. Now, from a fragrance standpoint, I got a lot for that $100. Her samples that she gave you to begin with, and then the ones that you could get were decent, right? Okay. And I was supporting her. uh you're welcome. And so but when you're trying to make this something, you need to make it into an experience. You need to make it where people can say, oh yes, I love it, this was awesome, and do more. Because just bringing fragrances, that's not going to do it enough. People need to see more going on. You know, they could have a whole, like, because indie brands will do it, have feature some of them, and have these perfumers see if they'll fly in and come and do a talk, so people can meet them. Like, and especially depending on where you are, you could find some in that area. Because she did have somebody from here. Like, for instance, she had a perfumer from here, and she had his stuff out, right? But the fact is that it was just there. And he kind of had to tell you, and he was kind of like hovering around, and he was annoying as fuck. But actuality, what should have happened is there should have been a moment for him. And so he could talk about it, and he could do a whole little thing. That's what should happen. If you're gonna do that kind of stuff, you're gonna have to give more experience to it, and choose your places where you're gonna do. Now, as opposed to quitting her job, she should have done all that market research, and people do this. She went off the high, and people on her social media saying, girl, you could do this, you could do this. Those ain't the people going to support you. Keep going all the time, because they're all scattered. And you can only do this. This is an experience that you only go do once or twice. Like, I think she went down to Atlanta. Well, she probably hit them Atlanta people. Now, however, Atlanta might be good, because Atlanta people love a good experience. So if she made it a really good experience, they would come to that damn thing. They would come. They would come. They would come. They would come, because they like to go to stuff. Atlanta is a loungy. We want to kick it. We want to be seen out place. So if you make it an experience that you make it a social media worthy experience. And see, that's the other thing. Her experience, her thing was never for her to be so hot on social media. It really wasn't a social media experience. Now, the other thing is that she started out working with Nordstrom, where she worked, and they gave her a lot of leeway, because she was bringing in a lot of money, a lot of new business. So they let her do a lot of things. Next up is Amouage. 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 Y'all see, the guidance effect is about to be in effect for some folks. The guidance effect is going to be in effect for some people. People wants this thing. But yeah, and so when I heard, I feel for her, but it's like, girl, what you doing? What you doing? All right, next up, let's open this thing up and pray that all the. Yep, some of them broken. I could hear it. The problem when I buy these is that some of these damn things get broken. So, and let's be honest, she posted this up to get people to, like, put some fire under them. Because to be honest, at $150, I'm gonna need more than just some samples. I'm gonna need a little more than just some samples, sis. Because there's this guy here, the one I was talking about earlier about his garden. He has a beautiful garden in his house, right? He gives these little parties, and he got a wait list, but it's like $60. Now, me personally, I would not pay for his parties, but he has people. He has this whole experience. He's cultivated this vibe, and people pay for him these little parties. Like when he gets his house back, because right now he's having all this work done on his house. I don't know what happened, but he hasn't been in his house, but he would get these parties and they would be packed. Now he would have like a little bit, and this is why I was like, you could tell I give parties. The thing was he'd have a cocktail, but his presentation was yeah, right. Sin Explore is $90. So he was like, and here's the thing, if she really was doing that well, the big brands will come too. Like if she was in certain places, she could talk to them. Right. Of course she does. She's in New York. She knows Sin Explore. She was at Sin Explore. And being a Sin Explorer, that was a lot of smaller brands. So if she was thinking about doing it, she should have been cultivating that right then. Like, I'm thinking about doing these parties. I would love to partner with you. We could do some things, because to get it to newer people, small brands will love that. Oh, so I'm doing a shore. Y'all be sleeping on the shore. This is such a beautiful jasmine. Oh my God, this smells so good. So a shore is ready. Woo! But yeah, I'm like, and so I feel for her because it's tough out there. I mean, I've been in that position, but it's like, and I was trying to give shit, and people's like, listen, I tried to do something like that here in Chicago, just myself with people I know and people who always bother me about stuff like, "Ooh, I want to you got all the fragrances." Okay, I tried to give a party. I was calling it the pink party. I was gonna have it pinked up. It was gonna be some food. It was gonna be some drink, a pink cocktail. It was gonna be all of that, and I couldn't get people to do it. Right? I want her. Yeah. Hey, I hope she does well, but she really has to think about what am I gonna give people for $150 in something that is so specific as fragrance. Real talk, on something that is so specific as fragrance. What can I value add to this so that people be like, okay, this makes sense. I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna give her this money. And to be quite honest, like her shtick was dancing around with fragrances and stuff like that. And that she used to drive me insane. I stopped watching it because of it. I was like, okay. It was cute a couple of times, and after a while, I was like, okay. So I'm just saying. I was just like, okay, that's enough of that. I've seen shake your ass around enough times. I don't need to see that again. Thank you. All right, next up is the OG, the one, the guidance. Two. I need to do two of those. The guidance. Right? One, two. Yes, two. Right? right too. I'm like, right. So yeah, I was like, I feel for you, sis, but so yeah, it was like I saw that, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then some people was like, you just started. Then the other thing was, is that people were like, you just became an entrepreneur. You talking about you failing. You ain't made some people was like, she ain't made for this, which is true. If you think you failed because you having a low point right now, you just need to go home and rethink it and say, okay, this is what I'm doing. How do I make it work? Or can I make it work? It worked like that, but now I need to do something more. What is guidance is strong. It's all up in my throat. And notice how I kept it clean and classy at that moment. Because it could have gone different ways. You know what I'm saying? I kept it clean and classy. Listen, as I said, guidance is something that you have to try. And I'm still here to say it. I am not the biggest fan of guidance, but it does have an effect. Do I want anything from Original Pancake House? A skillet. Y'all know what I eat? Because ain't nobody cooking until I cook. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to all these after I do this. Oh, hold on. Let me look. Hold on, I got to get my food. Hold on, because I've been drinking just water all day. Let me see. Original Pancake House. Let me go look. Yeah. Great. Um, hold on. Let me look for me some food. All right, let me look right quick. Hold on, y'all. Shh. What did I do? This ain't where I was going. Okay, I'm like, I'm seeing something totally wrong. Yeah, I don't want none of that. Dang, they spending some money. Right? Italy chicken sausage. That sounds good. I know I'm making a salad because I got romaine growing out there, spinach, and arugula. I'm about to make the serious spinach salad today. I'm gonna get some cucumbers because, of course, my cucumbers ain't doing nothing yet, and I got my tomatoes. I got some tomatoes and some shredded carrots, which I'm growing all that shit in the yard. I mean, all those things in the yard. Just so y'all know, I have another bottle of guidance. That's why I'm willing to sell so much off, so y'all can get all the guidance you want this summer. Well, I got to make sure I did all these too. I've got to go into my database, clean it up, make sure I've taken down that I've sold some of this. Sold some of this, but this guidance 46 is going, y'all. Folks want the guidance 46. Okay, so I'm done. You're going to be done. Hey, Rose. Hey, Rose. So the decants are decanting up out of here. I might have to stop in a minute though, because this is it's a lot. Just spraying this stuff, it is super strong, y'all. This is insane. I should have done these last. Whew, my goodness. We might have to do a part 2 later on so I can finish these. I only got a few more to do, but whew, this now the room is just full. Good Lord. Whew. That's tough on you. I see why people like I, I like them, but I can see why I actually see why people like Guidance 46 a little more than Guidance because Guidance is tough. That thing is tough, honey. Whew. You gotta like a strong fragrance to like Guidance. You gotta like it strong and in your face. You gotta like it stronger than your face. Thank you very much. Yeah, man. I gotta finish up a video I started. I need to finish up a video. This video is gonna be long. This video I started. I gotta decide because it's super long. Well, maybe it won't be. It's gonna be almost an hour long. It's floral body care. I was going through floral body care, because with everybody wearing florals, I wanted to make sure I give y'all some choices and stuff for body washes, body creams, and body oils. But it's long, y'all. It's long. Yeah, guidance definitely would be guidance 46. I could see wearing right now. I wouldn't wear either one of them in high heat. All right. Whoo, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get off here. It's just giving me a headache. You got Rose Extas? I own all of them. So yes. The Extases are really good. They're hard to find. Hard to get your little hands on, but all right, so let me do guidance 46 and then I'm gonna have to stop. Because that guidance just took over my whole room and it's giving me a headache that was so strong. Okay. And then after I get off of here, I got to throw on some pants because I got on booty shorts. So I got to put on a bra and some pants so I can go out. I need to take another shower. I woke up. Look, I jumped straight up. But I need to go to get propane. So I'll take my shower after I do that. Because I need to go get the propane and run to Aldi's. But Aldi's don't open until now, right? Yes, all of those are beautiful. Um, from that line. They're all a little different. They're all different types takes on roses, and they're all quite beautiful, except for Chandic Stars. That's a little different. So I got to throw in some pants to run to the store because I got to get me some propane, and I got to go to Aldi's and get some steak and some salmon. Because Aldi's be having them big old pieces of salmon. I love that thing. I love that big ass piece of salmon. I can eat off of that all day long. Honestly, I don't remember if it's rose and caramel because it's been so long. I haven't worn rose extas in a while. Whew. I like Caress the Roses. That's just like a really nice spring one. Whew. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I don't remember any of them being really caramely. Okay, there we go. That. Here we go with the guidance 46. And then we're going to get off of here because now my head is starting to hurt. Guidance took me out. So that means 1, 2 is fully done. She's almost done. Oh, I only got a few more to do. I might come back later on and finish them up because I do need to finish because I will be finishing them all up. Because I only have, after I do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bottles to do. And if I'm not, but even if I'm not, I'm gonna show y'all everything that I'm about to do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop after this one because I cannot spray anymore because my head is about to explode. But I'm gonna show you what else other people purchased on their decant list now that I have to finish up. So you can see what they have, and we can talk about them for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna get off. Because I'm about to be drunk on this stuff. What y'all got planned for today? Because that's what I'm planning. I think I'm gonna get some. I think I want to do some um, baked potatoes um, on the in the on the grill too. So I'm gonna grill everything's sitting on the grill. I'm baking the potatoes on the grill. If I can get some corn, my hands on some corn, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm making a salad because we're gonna be eating off of this for a few days. Even though these Negroes upstairs act like they don't eat with leftovers. I can't stand them. I can't stand them, y'all. They really, my daughter always be like, I was eating. You won't eat leftovers. She gonna eat it one time. I'm sorry, I can eat leftovers till they gone. Now I won't make, a huge amount, but if I got 3 days worth, I mean 3 days worth. That's all I'm saying. Not this. Oh, I don't want any more. Because all I do is when they buy food and there's some leftovers, I just wait a couple of days. See, okay, y'all ain't eating it. Let me see what's in these things, and then I have me a meal. I'll be putting together a meal off of their leftovers because they goofy. Whew, they are goofy. Okay, now let me do this, and then we're gonna talk about what else I have out here, and then we're gonna be. Shoot, let me do that. Because it uses up too much of my stuff when I do that. Dang it. I lose too much labels when I do that. Dang it. Because these label makers use up a lot of label that you don't need to use. If I'm cutting a label, I don't need this much of a head leadway, this much leeway, and then all this behind it. This all I need. It's ridiculous how much the wastefulness, because they was like, you ain't gonna be using this forever. You're gonna have to get some more. You're gonna have to get some more. But yeah, so anyway, that's what's going on. All right. Now let me show y'all something that I got. This one and then this one. So I'm finished with two, almost done with that person. Yep, almost everybody's done. I got like one or two for each person because everybody bought multiples. Because what's the point of buying decants? Yes, some foods taste better the second day. Chili, beans. It's a lot of soup. Soup definitely tastes better in the second day. Okay, so April is done. This is quartz. Okay. Okay. Put these over here. All right. So other thing is I have to decant. I have some Estee Lauders I need to decant. I have 3 Estee Lauders that I need to do. I'm not doing them right now, but I am going to get them done. say? Oh, that's upstairs. This is done. This is done. This is done. This is done. All right. I'm doing now. Let me tell y'all this right now. This is tuberose gardenia. Now, let me say this. Aaron Beauty now has tuberose gardenia. Don't be fooled. If you already have this, don't buy the Aaron Beauty one. It's the same exact thing. They just renamed. They just moved it from Estee Lauder to Aaron Beauty because it's the same thing. But this is a serious. If you like tuberose and gardenia, if you like white florals, baby, this is one. This is one. Then I have out that I need to do from the Estee Lauders because somebody was watching my video and decided let me get a couple of them. I appreciate you. The bronze goddess they want to try. Yes, yes. And bronze goddess nuit. So that one. And then we have out that I still need to do is tuberose. Hey Anna, tuberose vertigineux. I have to finish this one up for somebody. Oh, let me do this one off. So somebody's want to try this one. I love this one. This is another powerful tuberose, but I love it. So this is another tuberose. It's a lot of white floral lovers here. Ruby red, gingered, candy ginger tuberose. y'all know y'all love me and we all love the same things. Okay, then we have ylang ylang nosy bee I have to do. I still have not fallen in love with this thing. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. Ylang ylang nosy bee. And last that I'm going to be doing is Pink Me Up by Atelier des Ors. Floral fruity strawberry vibe. It's like a strawberry it's like a champagne. Y'all, let me tell you something. This smells better than when I first got it. Ooh, that smells so much better. It's the fruity, the strawberryness has gotten really strong on that one. Oh, okay. As I'm doing things like this season, and I'm really like putting out more content and like pulling things, I'm like, dang, I forgot about you. Dang, you good. Oh my God. So I've been wearing a lot more things lately. That's why I said, how do people empty shit? Okay, let's not get off your hobby horse. Cause I ride that bitch. I ride that hobby horse. I ride it. I ride it. I ride it. All right. So I'm gonna cook. I'm going to try to start my potatoes today for my garden. I got some stuff I need to seed up because I'm doing this whole thing. Sorry, my ear is itching. Where some other things I want to put out, and I'm just putting the seeds, and I'm like, let's see what happens. Because it's everybody, when you do things like gardening, people act like, oh my God, you got to get everything out now. Listen, it's going to be warm here in Chicago till probably mid-October. And things gonna keep growing and growing and growing. So I got a decent amount of time for these things to grow. Like my tomatoes, I put out I wanted some tomatoes and I didn't start them. So I just threw the seeds in the pot and I said, let's see what happens. Go with God. Let's see what happens. So that's why some of my gardening is go with God. I'm just going to see what happens. Some things are already in and doing well and established, and we're going to see where they go. But other stuff, I'm like, well, we're going to just see what happens. That's all I got. All right, y'all. It was good talking to you all. As always, I'm about to go and start to put on some clothes so I can run to the store, start my day, do a few things. I'm kind of getting into, because the school year is almost over, and I'm starting to get into summer mode. And because I'm about to sneak out of school every day, I'm going to come home and do some work every day for about an hour. And I'm going to go back to work. Oh, that's right. So I can get some stuff done this week. And then I can do my usual time at 7 o'clock. I know y'all didn't want to know all that. You didn't need to know all this in my head. That's in my head. All right, y'all. Talk to you all later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.